How to Win Friends and Influence People, a chapter-by-chapter breakdown. Part 1. Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. Chapter 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Key points. Criticism puts people on the defensive and makes them want to justify themselves. It breeds resentment and discourages cooperation. Instead, focus on praising the good aspects and suggesting improvements in a helpful manner. Chapter 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Key points. People crave appreciation. Be sincere and specific in your praise to make it impactful. Highlight genuine achievements and positive qualities. Generic compliments lose their effectiveness. Chapter 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Key points. People are more interested in things that benefit them. Focus on understanding the other person's desires and tailor your requests accordingly. Find ways to frame your propositions in terms of their needs and goals. Part 2. 6 Ways to Make People Like You. Chapter 4. Become genuinely interested in other people. Key points. People are naturally self-absorbed. Show genuine interest in others to build rapport. Ask thoughtful questions, listen attentively, and remember details they share. This makes them feel valued and appreciated. Chapter 5. Smile. Key points. A smile is contagious and creates a warm and inviting atmosphere. It puts people at ease and encourages them to open up. Use genuine smiles, not forced grins, to make a positive first impression. Chapter 6. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Key points. People remember their names better than anything else. Learn and use people's names correctly to make them feel important. It demonstrates that you pay attention and care about them as individuals. Chapter 7. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Key points. People love to talk about themselves. Be a good listener and encourage others to share their stories. Ask open-ended questions. Maintain eye contact and offer encouraging nods to show you're engaged. Chapter 8. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Key points. People are more interested in conversations relevant to them. Focus on topics that resonate with the other person's interests. Ask questions to discover their passions and tailor your conversation accordingly. Chapter 9. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Key points. Everyone wants to feel important. Acknowledge people's accomplishments and make them feel valued. Highlight their strengths and contributions to make them feel appreciated and respected. Part 3. How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. Chapter 10. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Key points. Arguments rarely change minds and often create resentment. Focus on finding common ground and working together towards a solution. Approach disagreements with a diplomatic and respectful manner. Chapter 11. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say you're wrong. Key points. People are defensive about their opinions. Acknowledge their perspective and focus on finding solutions together. Phrases like, "That's an interesting point," or "I can see why you feel that way," show respect. Chapter 12. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Key points. Admitting your mistakes builds trust and shows humility. When you're wrong, acknowledge it openly and honestly. Take responsibility for your errors and express a willingness to learn and improve. Chapter 13. Begin in a friendly way. Key points. A friendly approach creates a more receptive atmosphere. Start conversations on a positive note with a smile and a warm greeting. This fosters collaboration and encourages open communication. Chapter 14. Get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. Key points. People are more likely to agree with things they've already said yes to. Start with small points of agreement to build momentum for your proposition. Ask leading questions that encourage positive responses. Chapter 15. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Key points. People are persuaded by their own ideas more readily than by yours. Let the other person elaborate on their thoughts and guide them towards your desired conclusion through questions. Chapter 16. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. Key points. People are invested in ideas they believe they own. Present your ideas in a way that allows the other person to feel they came up with them. Part 3. How to Win People to Your Way of Thinking. Chapter 17. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Key points. Understanding the other person's perspective is crucial for effective communication and persuasion. Put yourself in their shoes and consider their thoughts, feelings, and motivations. Chapter 18. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Key points. Show empathy for the other person's feelings and needs to build trust and rapport. Validate their emotions, even if you don't agree with them. Phrases like, "I understand why you feel that way," can go a long way. Chapter 19. Appeal to the nobler motives. Key points. People are motivated by a desire to feel good about themselves. Appeal to their higher aspirations and sense of purpose to gain their cooperation. Highlight how your proposition aligns with their values and goals. Chapter 20. Dramatize your ideas. Key points. Stories and vivid examples make ideas more engaging and memorable. Use storytelling, anecdotes, and metaphors to illustrate your points effectively. People connect better with emotional narratives than dry presentations. Part 4. Be a leader. How to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. Chapter 21. Begin in praise and honest appreciation. Key points. Positive reinforcement is more effective than criticism. Start by acknowledging the good aspects of the situation before suggesting improvements. Highlight specific achievements and express sincere appreciation. Chapter 22. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Key points. Direct criticism can be hurtful and counterproductive. Find indirect ways to point out mistakes and offer constructive feedback. Phrase suggestions as questions or use positive framing to encourage improvement. Chapter 23. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. Key points. People are more receptive to criticism when they feel you understand their struggles. Share your own mistakes to build trust and open communication. This shows humility and creates a safe space for learning. Chapter 24. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Key points. People are more invested in solutions they participate in finding. Ask questions to guide them towards the desired outcome. This fosters a sense of ownership and increases their commitment to the solution. Chapter 25. Let the other person save face. Key points. Public humiliation damages morale in relationships. Find ways to correct mistakes privately to preserve the other person's dignity. Focus on solutions rather than dwelling on blame. Chapter 26. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your appreciation and lavish in your praise. Key points. Positive reinforcement encourages continued improvement. Acknowledge even small steps forward and celebrate progress sincerely. Be generous with your praise to motivate continued effort. Chapter 27. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Key points. People often live up to the expectations we set for them. Express your confidence in their ability to succeed to motivate them. Highlight their strengths and potential to inspire them to achieve their best. Chapter 28. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Key points. Encouragement fosters motivation. Focus on solutions and make improvements seem achievable. Break down large tasks into manageable steps to make progress feel attainable. Chapter 29. Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. Key points. People are more likely to do things they enjoy. Find ways to make suggested actions appealing to gain cooperation. Highlight the benefits and positive outcomes associated with following your suggestions. Please support the book and purchase the physical or digital copy. Audiobook also available on Audible.